Hey everybody, welcome back. Last month we focused on the practice of mindfulness. And before we ended our focus that month, we talked about some criticisms of mindfulness. There is the thought that when we practice extreme stress reduction, we can be actually managing stress that's unacceptable based on a society that has gotten out of whack. And we can become complacent against injustice in the world. These are valid criticisms, and they go along with the whole concept of toxic positivity, where we are taught to always embrace the positive, even in the worst circumstances, rather than to consider whether there is something that we need to change in those circumstances. I think that a lot of people use spiritual practice to hide out from real life and not make the changes that are necessary, all under the auspices of transcending the real world. On this channel, of course, we do look for the good in all the crap that's around us, but we don't avoid the crap. We learn to deal with it. This is not a channel about transcending life and escaping the real world. On this channel, we get really real, and we deal with what comes along, and we learn what our beliefs are, what our values are, and we act responsibly in the moment. Now, anything else is a waste of your time and of mine. To me, this is the definition of authenticity and of integrity. And so that is our focus this month on this channel. Authenticity is the ability to be genuine, to be vulnerable, and to live in a state of truthfulness. Authenticity is required if we're going to practice gratitude over a lifetime. These qualities are important for us to be able to set aside our ego and to not be prideful when someone does something good for us, so that we can be thankful. It's also important for us to be able to be vulnerable and open-hearted in order to experience joy. And we need to be authentic and vulnerable in our relationships in order for us to develop deep connections. And of course, we need to know what we can bring to the table when we seek to be of service in this life. Unless we know who we are and we genuinely act from that place, then how are we going to actually achieve any goals that matter to us, that are really aligned with our values? And how will we ever live a meaningful life? And so authenticity is yet again another precursor to a life gratefully lived. When I was thinking about this month's practice, I realized that there's something else that is required in addition to authenticity. Integrity is a closely related and associated quality that is also important to cultivate, along with our being genuine. Authenticity is the state of being genuine and honest, but integrity is the choice to act with honesty when we're dealing with others. So to me, it seems that one is a state of being and one is a way of being in the world. And they're very closely related. Integrity involves not only honesty, but also honor. It is here that we begin to see our ethical self at play. We act with honor and do the right thing based on our beliefs and our values, and of course, somewhat cultural norms. Integrity is what keeps our feet firmly on the ground and prevents those who are practicing spiritual or well-being practices from becoming complacent sheeple and ignoring what is happening in the world around them. For me, I started with integrity and keeping my word as a young child, and that led me to determine who I was authentically in my own self and to become comfortable in my own skin. But for you, you may find it is the opposite. And so I hope you will enjoy the practices on authenticity and integrity that I have incorporated into this month's practice calendar. I hope that you will enjoy these practices as they begin to get you thinking about how to be more genuine and comfortable in your own skin. and also how to have the courage to stand up for what you believe in all circumstances, whether someone is noticing or not. If you're not on my email list and you want a copy of the free downloadable calendar, then there'll be a link in the description box below. You can also sign up to my email list. I hope that you'll enjoy this month's focus. For what are you most grateful today?